part-time job, I'm still stuck in a box. Breaking my back, trying to save up the stack, but every time I go forward, man, I just go back. I need new strings and the homies in jail. I put money on his books, but he's still gonna fail. Kids are born tired and it's half-ass due. I don't like to spend cash if I know I'ma lose. I got no time like you seem to do. I'd rather spend my money, get my kids some shoes. I've made mistakes just like we all do. It's time to pay for my crimes, man, I'll pay my dues. This whiskey, leave my head banging like an 808. Living this life seems risky, but it's the only way left to escape. Mama keeps saying she'll miss me, can't blame her for all my hate. Keep me drinking this whiskey until the day that I'm laying in my grave.
Spent my life in the mountains of East Tennessee. Days on the farm, it just comes naturally. Daylight to dark is not for the typical man. Just a backwoods country boy, proud of who I am. Proud of who I am. Proud of who I am. Well, this is my rifle, this is my gun. Let's get 'em, boys, come on and get you some. Let's get you some. And I'll fire all my rounds downrange till the enemy hits the sand. Yes, sir, I knew exactly what I was doing when I swore to Uncle Sam. If you don't like the way I'm living, just remember that it's for you. I'm a redneck camel wearing son of a gun for the red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. Pack my bags, headed out to the big sandbox. Just some good old boys and me, some medicine night. Well, the price of freedom, son, it don't come free. I guess that's why the good Lord chose me. This here's my rifle, this here's my gun. Let's get 'em, boys, come on and get you some. Let's get you some. And I'll fire all my rounds downrange till the enemy hits the sand. Yes, sir, I knew exactly what I was doing when I swore to Uncle Sam. If you don't like the way I'm living, just remember that it's for you. I'm a
Yeah. Every morning seems just the same old routine. Blowing trees, writing these bars, line after line, mining for a diamond, but a dime is what I find. Hiding from the truth by simply coasting through these hard times with green, even though I'm feeling blue. But I gotta face the facts, girl, you know that it's true. And maybe what I'm supposed to do is not to get so close to you. But these days the only things that seem great are fading away. And the only time I feel home is when I'm alone or far away. But the road call says the wind blows. 10 missed calls on my flip phone, so it stays closed. Staring out my window while my mind slowly goes off into my headphones. Hoping that the dough will be worth it for the show, but who knows?
Yeah, let's go and roll it up, blow it all away. No sense in growing up, we laugh like kids all day. And there's nothing you can say that will ever make us change. No, we're never gonna change.
Man, day after day is just the same old thing. Working class life, and yes, it surely will bring a food to the table and a roof when it rains. But for the most part, you're just doing the same thing. A part of a machine with the ball and a chain. You try to be happy, yet all you feel is pain. It's a shame to use your brain and know that someone never changed. But if insanity's the game, then you can take my hand and play. Life has a rhythm that I ride to, and you can come along if you would like to. And I can show you what it's like to walk in my shoes, to learn how to love just like I do. Look me in the eye and you will find truth. I'm testifying to the line in my mic booth. And you're hating on me cause I ain't like you. I ain't like you.
Yeah, let's go and roll it up, blow it all away. No sense in growing up, we laugh like kids all day. And there's nothing you can say that will ever make us change. No, we're never gonna change. Yo, my life is like a movie that nobody's producing. I write the music, but nobody is moving. Cause don't nobody care, and everyone's confused. Till the characters change and never reaching a conclusion. And I don't know if I'll make it to the end. Cause all I know is after we begin, the wind shifts us in many different directions. Like the pen lifts up off the paper, disconnected from anything we can feel, hear, and see. And the words that I write mean something more than just to me. It's amazing that we've all grown accustomed to change. Cause we can rearrange a pattern that's always been ingrained. They want us to grow up and stop acting how we want. But if you tell me I can't do something, I'll make sure it gets done. Yeah, let's go and roll it up, blow it all away. No sense in growing up, we laugh like kids all day. And there's nothing you can say that will ever make us change. No, we're never gonna change.
Well, we are now in the first day of the 2019. And yes, I was having a little bit of fun jamming out. But you know what? That's what it's all about. Jamming out and being happy. Uh, welcome to Tied Up Tuesdays. Minx is out saving the world, and I am not. I am actually here to be here for you all. And hey, it's good to see you. Hey Nicole, hey Bailey, hey Craig, hey Tyler, hey Doc and Road Tech and Eco. Hey, it's good to see you all. I am so happy to see you. Ooh, I'm a little hot. I'm a little loud. There we go. I need to pull that down just a little. How's that sound? I hope that brings me down just a little. Here, let's see. That helps. There we go. Okay, excuse me. Excuse me. It is good to see everybody here on this Tuesday. Everybody is alive, obviously, if you are listening. Yeah, my normal high and tight, this is me. You know, I thought it'd be fun to start off with a little bit of jamming, a little bit of relaxing, and just smiling, man. It's a new year. We make it of what we want to. Um, and you know what? Excuse me. I want to make it a good year. What makes a year good? I'm looking for anybody to talk today. Hey Ross, how you doing? Um, Speak up, say something to me. Happy 2019 to you too. Uh, tie you up Tuesday, Bailey. You wish. Oh, oh, 4 years of sobriety, anesthesia. Cool. That is a good thing. I have myself not drank since 1995, not because I'm trying to be sober, but because it just don't work with my medicine. um, I'm going to be talking about a whole bunch of stuff tonight. One, we're going to have some fun stories. Two, we're going to talk a little bit about the new year, and um, we're even going to talk a little bit about some gamers and gaming and a whole bunch of other stuff. So please, let's just join in, have ourselves a nice conversation. If I feel whimsical today, I may even open up the lines and ask y'all if you want to call in. We can talk. But I'm going to talk about anything and everything that comes on my mind. And Lord help, I'm hyperactive. Aria, my goal this year is to piss people off and prove their their sensitive Twinkie fairies. You know, it sounds like fun going and pissing people off, and I can't say that sometimes I don't, but it's not always the smart thing to do. I've learned a better way. Be nice, smile at them, make them suspicious of you. Not only that, if you don't take it personal, how can they get under your skin? And I don't take things personal. Someone can sit there and call me a bastard, and I'll just smile and go, "Thank you." Unless they know me, and even when they know me, unless I decide it is my choice, it ain't personal. It is what it is, and you just got to roll with it and enjoy it. Um, if people choose to try to make you upset, the only way that they're going to be happy is if you're upset. Well, I choose not to. Arya, I'm not a sadist, but if that's what's going on, that's what's going on. Where am I broadcasting from, Tommy? In a dungeon in the basement of the Pentagon or Area 51 or who knows where. I broadcast from the universe. That's why they call me the shaman. No, that ain't why they call me the shaman, but I am a shaman. you know, anesthesia, you're right. Kill him with kindness. And you are right. And you're right, Barbara. You're right. He who angers controls you. And I will go with that 100% every time. I just, I love life. My life ain't perfect. Far from it. But it's my choice. Fully my choice. If I want to allow myself to be happy or sad. And hey, Andrew, we're going to talk about diets in a little bit. I want to clue you in on some stuff about diets, and you're talking to an expert, and I'll explain that in a little bit. Okay. Excuse me. Allergies are always effective when you have to close up the house. Anyway, um, Yeah, you're right. You're right, Aria. Respect. Hey, Tyler. Um, yeah, and Quina, Maine. Yeah, Maine, Massachusetts, MA. um, and I'm just cough drop. Um, Aria, keto. Keto. All right, fine. You know what? You're talking to someone who has been a bodybuilder, a powerlifter, competitively, and the things that you learn along the way come from a lot of experience. So, oh, thank you. They're simple ones. They only cost me a whole nine something. He was asking me about my earbuds. Um, okay, diets. First of all, before you do a diet, get checked physically. And I say this out of experience. I, at one point, not that long ago, um, had to get my blood work checked because I could eat one piece of meat a day and I would still gain weight. My thyroid and my pituitary gland were off. Okay? Got on the medicine. Now I lowered my weight without doing anything bad. Okay? As you get up in years, and you may not think you're up in years, but anytime you go over 30, you need to start getting basic blood tests. Get baselines because the thyroid, the minute it starts going off, and hormone that will throw your hormones off. They sat there and told me to the point where I was crying so much because they kept saying, "Man, your cholesterol is way off. You're going to die of a heart attack." And I'm saying, "Well, what the hell are you talking about? I'm only eating one piece of chicken a day. How the hell am I getting any cholesterol?" Guess what? Got my pituitary gland and my thyroid in check. My cholesterol's just fine. So, something to think about. Okay? So get a baseline physical before you think about losing weight. Yeah, see, anesthesia. I got medical issues too. Um, it is what it is, and I don't mind. I have worked very hard to keep my weight now, and I believe it or not, I'm going to lose 10 pounds here in the next 2 months. I put on some weight because I wasn't able to go to the gym because of my asthma with the forest fires where I'm at and some other stuff that was going on. It was horrible. Okay. Shut me down for 2 months. Well, I'm back at it. Now I can get back in it and I don't even really have to diet. If you're going to diet, the best way to diet is to look at one, wheats, two, starches, and three, volume. Anything else, and sugars. If you lower that stuff, watch what you eat first. See what you're really eating. Then kind of lower it a little bit. I stick to proteins because I was a bodybuilder and powerlifter. That's my thing. Okay. But some people are big carb eaters. Well, carbs are dangerous when you want to try to even your weight out. So be a little bit more careful and watch your starches. Starches are even in vegetables, people. Corn, um, peas, um, things of that nature have heavy starch. So just be a little careful with it, okay? And Aria, you're right. That's why I don't say go on a diet. Just be careful and then exercise. Y'all, if you were in the military, you know how to exercise, and you probably sat there when you got out. The day you got out, you said, "That's the last day I'm going to exercise." Well, tell you what, it's not so bad, and you can pick how you do it. If depending on what WTF decides to do with my sorry butt, if they keep me on where I'm doing show, if I get my own show, or if I don't, Cause and I have talked. We're gonna bring in alternative stuff. One of the things that we're gonna bring in, I'm actually gonna have a friend of mine at the gym who's big old bodybuilder for you ladies, and I'm even gonna have a lady come in. So hey, we're gonna make sure to take care of both audiences, male and female, and we're gonna do basic things because how people are injured, and I know I'm injured. Okay, so what happens then? You hesitate to work out. You're tired of hurting, right? So we'll start with the basics, stretching, and then we'll move up to the basics of exercise at home. You don't even have to go to the gym for. And then we'll move into the basics of going to the gym. And we'll just keep doing that. And we'll do it together. Okay? I'm here for you. And I'm going to show you that this is doable because I'll tell you what, okay, have I really ever listed off all my problems? I have a thyroid problem. I have a pituitary gland problem. I have an immune system problem. I have psoriatic arthritis in every joint in my body, including my spine, my jaw, and my eye sockets. I have fibromyalgia in every part of my body. I have nerve damage on my left side and going all the way down to my fingers and my toes. There you go. Ain't no fun, man. um, so I've been through it, and I'm still standing, and I actually go to the gym now. So if I can do it, you can do it. Okay? Um, Cleanses, those are dangerous things. You're right. Stay away from them. You saw me sitting there jamming out when I was jamming out with the music. Well, guess what? That is a little bit exercise. They actually have you can YouTube this stuff, senior workouts where you sit in a chair and work out. And if that's what's going to get you started, that's what's going to get you started. Okay? So, where we go from there? Oh, and thank you, Tyler, Massachusetts. Um, where we go from there is your choice. I'm going to tell you the way I look at the New Year's. New Year's is not the one thing that people do, and this comes from my 55 years of experience. They do themselves a disservice by swearing on a resolution. I'm going to do this year. Tell you what, don't. Resolutions are burdens. Resolutions are set up to failure. If you're going to resolve to do anything, resolve to calmly take one day at a time. One day at a time, be calm. As the day comes, you take it on calmly. As the day comes, you relax and you let the people who are trying to get you personal slide off your back. That is a resolution. Because at that point, there's no failure. Because every day you try to be calm. If you do not make it, the next day you can try again. That's all it takes, my friends. Everybody kind of looks at me funny because here I am saying I'm a shaman and I do meditations and everything else. But this comes from a life where I didn't want to be out of the service. I was put out of the service medically. I was thrown into a lot of pain. Nobody could help me. So I had to figure it out on my own. And that's what I did. So, yeah, Aria, that's why I'm talking about small, reachable goals. And we're not talking just alter one thing in you, not your physical. But talk about, okay, this year, every day, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to try to be calm. Not try to be better, because better is a definition that is very open for interpretation. Therefore, you can set yourself up for failure. Calm. I'm going to do my best to be calm today. And that's all you got to do. Because if you're calm, the world around you can be chaotic, and it is. But you set out your ripple into the universe of calm. And when you're calm, it's much easier to find your smile, your happiness. Because at that point, everything that's going on around you is just going on around you. It has no effect unless you choose to let it affect you. So, my words of wisdom, if you're gonna talk about resolutions, resolve to help yourself. Resolve to find or help yourself calm every day. Not about, I'm going to be calm. No, every day I'm going to try to help myself be calm. If I do not make it that day, well, there's tomorrow. Just a thought. Okay, now I'm going to give you my holiday brief. Since this is the last holiday until Martin Luther King's birthday, here's the deal. This is when it really gets dicey for some people. People get depressed because the holidays are over. The excitement's over, all the niceness is over, and everybody gets back to their grind. Smile. Help someone find their smile. And I don't mean a fake smile. Help them find a nice smile by being polite. On my website, or not my website, on my Facebook, okay? On my Facebook, every day or so, I try to post something cute. That may sound silly, but how isn't it easy to smile if you see a little kitten purring? So for 30 seconds, you just smiled. It's that simple, my friends. That's what I believe in. Right now, I participate on and thank you. Shipwreck went ahead and put out my Facebook, and okay, here's the deal. I sometimes, in the evening when it's quiet, I'll go surf the Facebook and find. I like watching some of the retro gaming that goes on, and I like watching WTF gaming or the Grunt Gaming Network now. Okay, I like watching them. The thing is, some of these gamers have problems with depression. And they get wrapped up in these games just as much as you get wrapped up in your lives. And this is kind of a microcosm of what goes on around us. And that's their way of getting away from the reality that is hurting them. And if you're doing that, my friends, WTF Nation is here for you. I'm here for you as a shaman. If you want to go to WTF Nation main page, they will talk to you. If you want to come to me, I will talk to you. I talk meditations. I talk guided meditations. I talk about getting rid of negative energy that keeps you on this path. Okay? Okay, Ariel. Um, Severe depression and anxiety. Um, Tell you what, Ariel, I understand it. I was a medic and psychiatric specialist in the military. And I'm a shamanic ministerial counselor now. Okay? I believe in negative energy that we take in sits in us and causes us harm all the time. And so what I try to do is I try to get you to get rid of that negative energy. And there's two ways. I have a daily negative energy get rid of, and a lifetime energy negative get rid of. It's not something to be taken lightly, because what it does is it actually digs in and gets rid of it. Do my meditation include clearing chakras and grounding? Grounding, yes. Chakras, I'm a shaman. I am not a Kabbalist. Excuse me. And I didn't mean to cough into the mic. I apologize. So, you can talk to me. He flashed my Facebook up in one of the rooms. If you can, Chip, try to get hit all the rooms if you can. Um, Listen, everybody, you can find me. I'm John Owl. Shoot, let me do this because uh, so that way you can just click on my little thing and in one of the rooms, and I'll do. And in the other room, he actually put it up, and and he did. Yep, he's put it everywhere. Good going. Thank you very much, Mr. Ship. So the deal is, I'll come and I talk to everybody, and if I can't help you, I'll tell you right then and there, and I'll say, hey, WTF can help you, or I have a lot of friends, a lot of alternative thinking friends. I can get them involved. So I'm here for y'all. And if I sound Southern, I'm not Southern. It just so happens I'm in the mood. And I've been stationed in Georgia before, so sometimes that clicks into me. Anyway, so my holiday briefing is simple. The holidays are done. Now comes the next couple months where it's almost stagnant. This is where everybody gets cagey. Reach out and touch a friend. Reach out and say hello. Tell them you love them, okay? um, Staying in, if you've got problems, I'm here and WTF is here. We're here for y'all. That's the reason we're here. We will talk. We will guide you through it. We will help you find whatever it takes. Am I promoting my meditations? Not really. I know they work. It's not about my promoting them as much as saying I made them for a reason, because I was there. Imagine your life, you're put out of the service, you just gotten an invitation to a whole bunch of stuff. You were gonna do fun and excellent things you'd been waiting to do all your life. All of a sudden, you can't even lift 10 pounds. You're in total pain. You can't even sleep for more than an hour a day. And the doctors don't have any help for you. What are your choices, my friends? Well, one is give in, cry, drink beer, take some drugs, and blow your head off. Or lift up your big boy pants, go out and figure it out. I lifted up my big boy pants and I figured it out. So now I'm here for y'all. Amanda, I understand. Going out of the house, I would plan 2, 3 days ahead of time because I hated getting out of the house. So I understand. Okay. It's not easy. I actually, there's some people in the rooms, the chat rooms, that I don't know if any of them are here tonight. I don't monitor them, but um, I've helped some people out already with WTF Nation. They seek me out. You can seek me out. I normally get back to people as soon as I can, um, because I believe in helping. And sometimes it doesn't take much. And sometimes the solutions are so simple you don't think they're going to work, but they do. I found my help, and I want to give it to you guys. I'm watching the chat in the chat rooms, and I'm loving what I see. Yeah, Jake, you're right. I've been there before too. Um, yeah, staying away from pills. I can't tell you not to take pills because you know what? If you need them, you need them. But I truly believe there's many ways, and that's why I'm here. Is that I'm an alternative. There are many ways to help you that are out there. Given some time, hopefully in 2 weeks, I'm going to bring in someone who will talk about helping people with pain. I have to see if he's open on a Tuesday in the evening, and then I have to make sure that he knows how to work with Skype. So I'm going to bring people in. I'm going to bring in a naturopath. I'm going to actually bring in a licensed and certified master herbalist. I'm going to bring in a whole bunch of people, and they're going to be here for you. Thank you, Louis. This is something that the sergeant in me has always been there. It's one of the few things that shows that I was in. Well, I can't say that, but I've had long hair before. Believe it or not, I had a beard down past my chest. I've had a hair long enough to where I had a ponytail tail that was down into the middle of my back. I didn't like to have to maintenance it. So it is what it is, right? Um, okay. My little briefing is done. Let's get some smiles going tonight, okay? I found this is an interesting story. Professor names beetles species after Game of Thrones. A Nebraska entomologist has named 3 of his 8 newest beetle discoveries after the dragons from the HBO series Game of Thrones and George R. R. Martin book series A Song of Ice and Fire. University of Nebraska Lincoln professor Brett Ratcliffe named the new scarab beetle species Draconi, Regali, and Versetti. The Omaha World Herald reported the names are laminated or Latinized versions of Drogon, Regal, and Versian. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce them. 3 dragons owned by, of course, the lady. Radcliffe said he's a fan of the series, but ultimately chose the names to draw attention to biodiversity and the amount of undiscovered species there still are out there. Isn't that cool? In this little world of ours where we're getting more and more friendly and more tight, there is actually still things to be discovered. So we're not so as small a world as we are, we're still big enough to where there are still more new species out there. So something to think about. Kind of cool if you ask me. Anyway, so what do y'all think about that? The fact that we now have a species out there named after the dragons, the 3 dragons in Game of Thrones. Okay, I have watched Game of Thrones, but I forget names. I'll be honest, okay? And I don't like mispronouncing things. And some of that stuff, when it's written down, if you don't know how to pronounce it, you end up looking like a fool. And that's okay. I don't mind. If I didn't mind looking like a fool, I wouldn't have been dancing for y'all when I first started up. Life is lovable. Life is fun. Life is something to go out and just grab and kiss and hug. Think about that. And I'm gonna ask y'all. Okay, and I know some of you stay in, and I know some of you are single. But have you ever thought about just going up to someone and smiling and saying, "I hope you have a good day," and then walk on? That's how you can feel good and how you can help someone else feel good. People can be having the crappiest days, and you do something like that, and you could change their whole perspective that day. Just a thought. Okay, let's go on to another story. New York man finds a $10,000 surprise on the subway platform. A Chanel purse left in a Manhattan subway station held a $10,000 surprise for the man who found it. Richard Taverna was at the West 66th Street and Broadway stop earlier this week when he spotted the purse by a platform wall. He tells the West Side Rag online blog that inside he saw only some paper with Russian writing on it. On Thursday evening at home, he took a closer look and discovered 100 $100 bills. The next morning, Taverna brought the purse to the local police precinct. But first, he laid out the bills on a table and snapped a photo. Luckily, a woman had reported the missing money to police before going to Russia. It'll await it'll await her when she's back in January. Now, how cool is that? That right there can help you feel good because someone took the time. They took the time to set it all out, take a picture of it, and then take it in. He could have just as easily said, "Hey, I got some money, man," and he could have walked off with it, and nobody would have ever known. You know, sometimes we have problems when we watch news and stuff. I'm one of them. I really get cranky when I watch news because it's always they're trying so hard to make you emotional. They don't care if they're making you upset. They really don't. But you know what? It didn't used to be that way. It used to be the news tried to help you feel good and to feel good about your community and to feel good about you and to show the good part about people, to remind us that we all have good things inside of us that will make us better. And here we see this story. This guy didn't have to turn it in. So what if the lady reported it's $100 bills? He could have easily spent them and nobody would have ever known. And the guy did it. And I'll tell you what, Rebecca, I disagree with you. Good hearts are rare. No, actually, good hearts are more than the bad ones. It's just the bad ones are the ones that get reported on. The bad ones are the ones that are told to do it because they don't get the peer pressure. They don't get the parenting. They don't get the friends. They don't get the things that say don't do it. Oh, I'm not killing my voice. No, this is my allergies. I got crap going down the back of my throat. This will happen all winter long. I can't do a dang thing about it. That's I have more of an immune system than I've had in a while, but I don't have a perfect immune system. So I have allergies that I haven't had since I was 5 years old. Most people are good. Look at kids. Most kids are good. It's us and what we have allowed to influence us that makes those kids go one way or the other. If we as parents bring our kids up to be good, they'll be good for the most part. They may get corrupt, but it's going to take a lot more than if we didn't influence them properly. Something to think about, something to learn from. Yeah, Rebecca, how people are raised. That's what it always goes back to. And Doc, it's good. It's good to see everybody, and I do look over it. I have my room set up, and I'm saying hello to the live chats, and I do look over at Mixer and say hello to you guys too. Y'all, it's something to think about, something to be happy about. The fact that someone took the time to turn in the money is cool. Let's go with another story. Man tried to pay for McDonald's with, get this, a bag of weed. Now, this tells you what happens when when you are a thief. Most thieves are not thieves because they're highly intelligent. Police in Florida say, Florida man, say a 23-year-old man went through a McDonald's drive-through and tried to pay for his order with a bag of marijuana. News outlet report Port Saint Lucie police say the fast food worker denied the trade, and Anthony Andrew Gallagher drove off, only to return again a short time later. Police arrested him Sunday on charges of marijuana possession and driving under the influence. Oh, don't you just love it? Police were alerted to Gallagher's offer early Sunday morning and got a glimpse of him from the worker. They say a suspect matching his description went through the drive through a little while later and police approached him. It's unclear if Gallagher attempted to pay for his order with drugs the second time. It's also unclear if he has a lawyer. Oh, man, you just got to love the intelligence. Well, intelligence people would probably not, unless of course you're Dr. Dread or Dr. Venom or one of these people who's out to hold the world ransom. You're not you don't become a thief because you're intelligent. You become a thief because you have decided to go through the path of least resistance. Well, that's what happens. And we all have thought about going the path of least resistance in some fashion or another. But sometimes you got to just pick it up and say, you know what? I'm better. I can do this. you know, I love y'all. Y'all have a good sense of humor. I'm enjoying watching the chats talk. And it's good to see James and Jake talking up, James talking up, and Amanda going in. I've loved seeing Tyler in the room. It's been a while. He sometimes will pull over from his drive-in and say hi. And I love seeing Doc and Cause is in the mixer tonight. Hey, cool. It's good to see you, Cause. You know, we have to remember what we're trying to accomplish and what we're here for. Trying to pay for weed with drugs has to do with him being a thief. The fact that he was a thief, burglar, someone who is doing something that they know isn't right is what I classify as a thief. He may have not been a burglar, but he was trying to get something for something that wasn't supposed to be. You can define it however you want to. Barter system don't work if you've got something that's illegal, my friend. And yes, I know marijuana is becoming legal in a lot of places. I'll simply go on and say this. I'm not necessarily I will simply say I don't think putting something in your lungs is especially smart. I think medical marijuana is something that needs to happen, but I think it needs to be in like CBD oil, and I think it still needs to be researched. And I think they need to look at stuff like that. Yes, I do agree, but I don't think just openly making it available. It's just like saying, "Hey, go out and get your ass drunk," and the cops can't necessarily catch you because they don't have any legal test yet, other than blood and pee. They can't do something right there out in the field to catch you. So, I again, I have my problems with it. Oh, hey, anesthesia, tell you what, I use CBD oil, just so you know. It's made out of hemp. It's not made out of marijuana. There is a difference. It has no THC in it. I don't get high off it. And as hemp and as CBD, it actually is an anti-inflammatory. Does wonders for the inflammation in my joints at night. I love it. Um, so just so you know, anesthesia, that'll be a topic that I'll be bringing up at some point also. One, because naturopath is more than willing to talk about it that I know about, and also I know a couple people in the industry who actually research this stuff because that's what they've made their lives about, is knowing this stuff. I'm gonna bring it to you, okay? I'm not gonna just sit here and get high, and I'm not gonna just sit here and tell you all need to do it. I'm going to bring you the facts. Okay? Uh, Wendy's burgers taste better. There you go. I love it. Yeah, if you're going to trade for something good, right? I love it. Okay, here's a story I wanted to bring up because it's kind of fun. A Pennsylvania town has already done this, but rings in the new year by dropping a 400-pound marshmallow peep. A 400 marshmallow peep chick will drop, or did drop, in Bethlehem, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania on New Year's Eve. Bethlehem is home to Just Born, the company that makes Peeps. The event is part of an annual 2-day celebration of Peep Fest. The giant chick is not edible. You know about the New Year's Eve ball that drops in Times Square, but in Pennsylvania, it's a 400-pound marshmallow peep that drops to mark the new year. Naturally, the event takes place in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, the home of Just Born, the company that makes marshmallow peeps, chicks, and other sweet, squishy goodies. Peep Fest is an annual 2-day New Year's Eve fest held at the Steel Stacks Arts and Cultural Center. Peep Fest is an annual celebration. The celebration includes a Peeps di- diorama contest, Peeps sculpture competition, magicians, a fun run, craft activities, and more. It's very family friendly, and kids don't even have to stay up until midnight to watch the gigantic peep drop. Instead of making the young ones, not to mention us tired oldsters, stay awake until midnight, the chick makes its famed drop at 5:15 p.m. on December 31st. Unfortunately, the peep might be enormous, but it fortunately or unfortunately, the peep might be enormous, but it's not edible. I'll tell you what. That would be something to behold. Yeah, right, Anastasia? Yeah, it just makes my teeth hurt looking at the damn thing. I love it. You know, originality. You got to give them originality. That's fun. I love it. Right, Doc? Living the dream. Exactly, living the dream. You know, that's the whole idea behind enjoying life. Hey Dale, it's good to see you. Haven't seen you in a little while. Hey, and I last week I would have loved to have been here on Christmas Day, But remember, it takes more than just me to do this, and asking people who have families to help run this isn't necessarily um, okay. And so that's the reason we didn't have it on Christmas Day. But I managed to get one or two people to chime in with me. That's Ship and a couple others to help make sure we had one today because I think y'all deserve it. And I think everybody needs someone out there saying, I love y'all and I care about y'all. And let's have a show. Let's talk. Let's have fun. Hoorah. Right? Hey, Holly, I didn't see you sneak in. It's good to see you. How's my body bag girl? I still remember the joke. But you aren't a joke, just what happened was the joke. You know, I think that's the big thing is you can't take life so seriously that you don't forget to smile. You don't forget to enjoy. And cause I don't know if you saw it, but I did my little jig at the beginning of the show while I was listening to some music because I wanted people to remember to smile and to do a little bit of hey, even if you're sitting in the seat just going, yeah, yeah, cool. That's what it's about. Move those arms, move around a little bit. That's what I do during the break. During the break, I get my butt up and move around a little bit because sitting still is not always a good thing. And yeah, I like chatting too. Chat in the rooms. I will try to watch and see if there's a conversation I can get in with y'all. If not, just have some fun, man. And then listen and enjoy. See who knows what, see who can say what. That's what we're all here for. And WTF is here for you just because we are. Because we think everybody deserves someone to talk to. And sometimes in those moments, you need to find a friend. Again, I'm here, my friends. Ship has nicely posted my stuff there. Don't hesitate to talk to me. I've helped a number of people out, and if you don't want to talk to me, look up WTF Nation's main page. They actually have a way to get a hold of people to talk to you, and it's anonymous. They're good that way. Okay? Whatever peeps your horn. I love it. Hey, Albert. Good to see you too. I love it. And if I'm looking over here to the side, that's because that's where my screens are. That's where I see my chat rooms, just like I see Doc and Road Tech, and I saw Cause, and I see Albert and James and Holly. It's always good to see y'all. I'm happy to be here. This is me, man. I like talking to y'all. I love saying it's good to see you because it is. And if I get boring, hey, tell me I'm getting boring. I'll talk about a story. Let's talk about it. Let's joke about it. Let's pull up another story for the heck of it. Let's see. I want to go back. Where was it? Where was it? Yeah, let's go back to that one. Here we go. Here's an interesting one. Sources of the mysterious music plaguing New Jersey towns is revealed. Penns Grove Police Chief John Stranham took it upon himself to figure out the source of the music that was prompting multiple 911 calls in Delaware. Hey, how you doing, Lizette? Good to see you. In Delaware and New Jersey, received complaints about mysterious music from towns located along the Delaware River. One New Jersey chief set out to find the source himself. The News Journal reports the heavy bass was heard December 24th in some New Jersey towns. Similar sounds were heard in the same towns in October. A flood of 911 calls were told, or callers were told it was just out of jurisdiction. So Penn's Grove Police Chief John Stranham drove over to Wilmington himself. Why am I talking like that, Amanda? Just because. Every few blocks, he got out of his car and listened. His ears finally led him to a skate park at the confluence of the Christiana River and Brandywine Creek, where he found four men and a van with a massive sound system. Stranham says the men fled, but he just wanted to let them know the music was disturbing people. Go figure. Huh? I don't know. It's kind of different, kind of silly. Imagine being able, imagine the sound system that you had to have had in your van to get that much of a complaint. Not just one little town along the river. That had to have been one hell of a sound system in a van. Bros, come on, man. That's too much. Oh, Amanda, yes. And they weren't men, they were aliens. There, I'm not the alien person. That would be Mr. J Ready. I love it though. Oh, I love y'all. That's fun. Living the dream. You're right. You're right, Doc. Living the dream. And that's just it. I mean, think about I just sit here and think how much power had to be driving. I mean, I've seen some massive power systems in vehicles. I've had people say, "Hey man, you got a diesel truck. You can set up this massive alternator and get your system really banging." And it's like, I don't need people to hear my stuff, and I really don't think it's okay to irritate the crap out of everybody. But to sit there and set it up on the confluence at a certain part of the river, so it just goes down river, echoes around and hits a bunch of towns. That had to have kind of been intentional. Luring the kiddies. You never know. You're right, Amanda. You just never know. Yeah, were they giving out free candy? I love it. Who knows, right? Who knows? you know, life is good. I love it. Sometimes people do the right something, sometimes people do the wrong thing. If you do the wrong thing, you get caught. I don't care what people say, at some point you get caught. And then your story ends up here where we can have a good laugh about it. On crunk and horny goat weed. I love it, Jake. That's fun. Oh my. Y'all made me laugh tonight. I hope I'm helping you laugh tonight. Hey, if I harp on this, I hope I really don't mean to, but I'm here for y'all. Go to my pages. If you need to know what my stuff, if you want to know what my stuff is about, I'm not going to get into it hardcore here, but my stuff helps people get rid of the negative that affects you when you go to sleep. If you have a hard time going to sleep just because shit's rolling around in your head and people just the day has gotten to you, come look me up. Okay? Jeez. I love y'all. Some of this stuff, I mean, only you guys. I love it. Some of the stuff that you guys say is fun, and some of the chats aren't very talkative tonight, but be talkative, chime in, say something, uh, just for fun, man. There's nothing wrong with that. And no, I'm not a hippie, even though I sound like it sometimes. They love calling me. You know why they love calling me the hippie? Is because I'm a shaman. And shamans are always associated with people who really dig into the earth and we hug trees and all that stuff. Some of it may and may not be true. Oh, there you go, peyote, shrooms. No, I've actually been offered peyote and shrooms, and I got that mixed up once, but I have been offered that stuff because I'm a shaman. Legitimately, I've had other shaman offer it to me, and because of the way I do things, I don't need to alter my world or my universe to do what I do. I am very good at what I do. Doc, you've been called a hippie. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, but I want people to understand. Um, I'm not a liberal. I'm not a conservative. I'm kind of in between. I believe in common sense, and I believe in what we fought for, the Constitution. You know. Oh, Jake. Yeah, I'm more of a hippie than Ice. That I'll give you. Yeah, Ice has an interesting time with me. But that's okay. Um, I've also been out longer than him. I've had a chance to kind of uh be more civilian than military. But I still have my military roots. The military is what raised me. Uh I had a good upbringing, nothing to complain about there. But the military, it taught me some things. Is out my nickname. Albert, you know what? Al is me. Um, I have a real name, but John Al is what people call me when they want to talk to me as a shaman because uh, that's what I walk as, an owl. Um, you catch me when I'm very owly, and you will hear some interesting stuff come out of my mouth. I'm kind of owly tonight. That's why I'm talking about the depression stuff. I want y'all to think about it. And, it's getting to be that time. So why don't we go ahead and take a little bit of a break and shoot. We'll go for maybe about 8 minutes. Amanda, a spirit animal, yes. I'll say that. It is something that I do work with. uh, and have learned from and am always learning from. Anyway, let's go to a break. We'll take about 8 minutes. Get up, stretch your legs. Please come back. I love to talk to you. I love to smile, and let's keep each other laughing and playing around. Uh, Talk to you in a couple minutes.
Real shit's hard, work a full-time job, I'm still stuck in a box. Breaking my back, trying to save up the stack, but every time I go forward, man, I just go back. I need new strings and the homies in jail. I put money on his books, but he's still gonna fail. Kids are born tired and it's half-ass due. I don't like to spend cash if I know I'ma lose. I got no time like you seem to do. I'd rather spend my money, get my kids some shoes. I've made mistakes just like we all do. It's time to pay for my crimes, man, I'll pay mine dues. Keep me drinking this whiskey, leave my head banging Yeah. Every morning seems just the same old routine. Blowing trees, writing these bars, line after line, mining for a diamond, but a dime is what I find. Hiding from the truth by simply coasting through these hard times with green, even though I'm feeling blue. But I gotta face the facts, girl, you know that it's true. And maybe what I'm supposed to do is not to get so close to you. But these days the only things that seem great are fading away. And the only time I feel home is when I'm alone or far away. But the road call says the wind blows 10 missed calls on my flip
Move it
phone,
with
so
me.
it stays closed. Staring out my window while my mind slowly goes off into my headphones. Hoping that the dough will be worth it for the show, but who knows? Yeah, let's go and roll it up. Blow it all away. No sense in growing up. We laugh like kids all day. And there's nothing you can say that will ever make us change. No, we're never gonna change. Man, day after day is just the same old thing. Working class life, and yes, it surely will bring a food to the table and a roof when it rains. But for the most part, you're just doing the same thing.
Come on, move it with me, man.
With the ball and the chain, you try to be happy, yet all you feel is pain. It's a shame to use your brain and know that someone never changed. But if insanity's the game, then you can take my hand and play. Life has a rhythm that I ride to, and you can come along if you would like to. And I can show you what it's like to walk in my shoes, to learn how to love just like I do. Look me in the eye and you will find truth. I'm testifying to the lying in my mic booth. And you're hating on me cause I ain't like you, and I ain't like you. Yeah, let's go and roll it up. Blow it all away. No sense in growing up. We laugh like kids all day. And there's nothing you can say that will ever make us change. No, we're never gonna change. Yo, my life is like a movie that nobody's producing. I write the music, but nobody is moving. Cause don't nobody care, and everyone's confused. Till the characters change and never reaching a conclusion. And I don't know if I'll make it to the end. Cause all I know is after we begin, the wind shifts us in many different directions. Like the pen lifts up off the paper, disconnected from anything we can feel, hear, and see. And the words that I write mean something more than just to me. It's amazing that we've all grown accustomed to change, cause we can rearrange a pattern that's always been ingrained. They want us to grow up and stop acting how we want. But if you tell me I can't do something, I'll make sure it gets done. Yeah, let's go and roll it up. Blow it all away. No sense in growing up. We laugh like kids all day. And there's nothing you can say that will ever make us change. No, we're never gonna change.
All right, we are back. I apologize for the mix up. When I turned on the music, I forgot to uncheck something. And I actually had a noise reduction engaged, so it stopped the music from being heard. My fault, man. No, when I was young, I tell you what, I used to dance my heart out. I love the expression of music. I love to just sit there and go at it. Now, yeah, you're right. I probably couldn't dance so well. My legs don't like me, and my hips don't like me, and my shoulders and back don't like me. But I can sit here in the chair and have a little fun. And that's what I was encouraging. Move around, you know, lean, push, By the way, those songs are by a friend. Name is Luke Humphrey. Look him up in Facebook. He does a little bit of country, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. He's actually coming up with some music for me so I can um, do some meditation music here. As I actually hope soon to do live meditation to where I just talk you through one because I love y'all over air. Those who a couple weeks ago got to see Pookie, I did a live on air live with that, and I got quite a bit of response with that, and I like that. Um, People were very happy, and it felt they could feel it, and that's important. Um, and please, if you heard that or you didn't, go look it up. It's 2 weeks ago. Um, but if you heard it and you're still interested in it, drop me a line. I'll talk to you. Um, I think that's important. Getting rid of negative energy is very important. Um, Anastasia, a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people unfortunately talk about their childhood and abuse, and they don't remember it or they don't want to remember it. I can tell you because I have actually gone through my own healing sessions, meditations. They don't hurt you. It gets rid of the negative energy so it's no longer hurting you. Because that's a problem. A lot of people don't realize negative energy, if you have depression, if you have anxiety problems at your age, something is hurting you. Be it a trauma that you've gone through or just a buildup. When I was in psych, I used to, yeah, drop him a line, he'll bite. I love it. I don't bite too hard. No, when I worked psych, when I talk to patients, my clients, I would refer to an old adage that I worked with. Traumatic events are like pennies, and you are a bottle, and that bottle can only hold so many pennies before it gets full and break. And it doesn't take much to fill it up. You can have a bottle that holds your daily stuff and a bottle that holds your life stuff. The bottle that holds your daily stuff, someone cut you off at traffic, penny in a bottle. Someone is sarcastic to you, penny is in a bottle. Um, it just keeps going like that all day long. And by the end of the day, if it's full, that carries over into your sleep. And you got to somehow get rid of that. And you're right, okay? Get the toxic sludge out of your energy. That's what I do. That's me job. I'm an energy handler. That's what shamans are. We're energy handlers. Okay. Um, the lifetime bottle. Now that's a hard one. See, I have recordings for both bottles, the daily bottle and the lifetime bottle. The lifetime bottle, those pennies, they're heavier. They burden you. They weigh you down to the point where you just feel like nothing else can go on. That's what I'm here for. Those pennies in the bottle, when that bottle breaks, it hurts. And it breaks constantly. It repairs itself and breaks and breaks and repairs. And it just keeps going. And it's an endless, nasty cycle. So, Bailey, I'm glad to hear that you believe that you have a hearty personality. And sometimes that's what it takes is just believing in yourself. Some people they kind of got knocked down to where they can't believe in themselves. Nobody ever gave them that. And Doc, yeah, I'm willing to talk about anxiety and depression, but again, if you go to my page, I actually am going to start talking aside from WTF. Just I'm going to talk to people and talk about anxiety and talk about depression and ways to deal with it. because this is the time of year when everybody's having problems. And I apologize. Like I said, I'm not trying to repeat myself, but people, this is when it gets bad. This is winter aphasia time. This is when you need the vitamin D. This is when you need the red lamps. This is when you need, let me see, red lamps, vitamin D, and exercise. Those three things can help the weight of depression. I'm not saying it's going to get rid of it, because if there's really hardcore underlying problems, then you need to find someone. Again, I'm a minister, so you can talk to me. I am allowed to talk. Okay, I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I don't report to the VA, and I don't prescribe medicine. So, okay, I tried to go to a counselor and talking. It helped, but her aurora scared me. Okay, her aura scared you. Okay, got it. um, I'm not going to diss counselors because I've known some good counselors, but I had the chance to go that route and I didn't, because I've worked in the military doing that stuff, and I'd rather do what I'm doing now. I'm not saying perfect, but I do know my stuff. Okay? Um so no, I'm here for y'all. I'll talk with y'all. We'll get into it. Um Shoot, there's I have some plans on my own. Here, hold on. I'm going to do this because probably should. Give me half a second. I got to undo those buttons again. And
everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
okay. This is me. I will help. I love to do things. Meditation, Amanda, my meditations, I have a myriad of meditations, each one for a specific type of thing that you may need or a problem you got going on. Look me up. I love it. What would make me happy is for a couple hours every day to have someone that I can help. Because it's not, I'm retired, and it's not like I don't have time, because I have time, and it's not like you're wasting my time, because nothing is ever a waste of time to me. I will gladly help someone. As long as you take me seriously, I'll take you seriously. Okay? And light auras. I tell you what, if you want to get in that stuff sometime, we will. But now's not the time and place to get into auras, because then we get off into the shamanic world, and how many people would stick around for that, I have no idea. Because I love talking shaman. I love talking alternatives. I love talking all sorts of stuff, and I love talking through experience. So, that's more or less up to you guys in finding me, and we'll talk about it. Okay. So why don't we do a story just for the fun of it? Now this is a fun one. Good deed a person gets lost, and lo and behold, manages to get a lottery jackpot out of it. A North Carolina woman said doing a good deed for Christmas and ending up lost while doing the deed led to her winning a $200,000 lottery jackpot. Jake, I'll get into that a little later, okay, bud? Um, Georgina Hopper of Shelby told North Carolina education lottery officials she stopped by a church on Christmas Eve to donate a turkey. They give turkeys away to people in need every year, Hopper said. This time I helped cook them. While I was out, I figured I'd pick up the barbecue I ordered for Christmas dinner the next day. Hopper said she got lost after leaving the church and ended up needing to stop at a Circle K store in Shelby to ask for directions. While inside the store, she bought a $5 Powerball Mega Millions scratch off ticket. The ticket turned out to be a $200,000 winner. It's a blessing, Hopper said. It's an unexpected blessing. I wasn't trying to win, I only wanted to help someone. When I saw the matching numbers, I couldn't believe I actually won. I'm going to say it again. It's a blessing. Hopper said she plans to use her winnings to buy a house. That's cool. you know, I don't. People will sit there and think, well, oh, he's a shaman. He doesn't, well, believe in Christianity and all that other stuff. Tell you what, it's not my call. It's not my judgment. I believe in belief. As long as you have a belief, I'm happy. Because if you have a belief inside here that gets you through the day, that helps you figure it out, that's what's important. I don't believe in warring over it. I don't believe in fighting over it. If you take your belief to a mob mentality and try to condemn me or come after me, I might have issue with you. But otherwise, wars aren't started over belief. It's when it becomes faith and religion that wars start, because then it's beyond personal. It's at that point a mob mentality, and that's when it gets scary. And as far as Jake, um, tell you what, I tell people I was somewhere. I'm not going to say where because that gets into a whole thing of back and forth. But do I have battle problems? Yes. Been there, done that. Enough said, okay? Amanda, yes, I do believe in past lives and I do regression in meditation. Yes. I don't impose it on people. If people don't like that, then it don't happen. But I do, yes, believe in past lives. You believe in awesome. Is that a religion? You know what? If you believe in awesome, that just means you believe in yourself, and that's awesome. um, again, I don't believe in religion. To me, is a dangerous game because religion at that point is driven by more than it's driven by a whole bunch of people, and well, that's how lynch mobs get started. So I just believe that you should have belief. What's in here? What makes you be able to get up every day? That's what I believe in. And if that's something you need help with, I'll help you. I'm not going to try to make you a shaman. I'm going to help you find what's in you. And if that's a Christian, let's find it. I'll help you find it with me. I'm not against religion. I'm not against faith. I'm against the mob mentality that goes with it. I'm for belief. Simple. It sounds like I'm having a play on words on here, but words can kill. So yes. Amanda, that means you probably didn't have a very good person leading you through it. People don't have panic attacks when I'm around. Most people will tell you around me, they actually come out feeling pretty good. Um, um, can a hypnotist help with PTSD and funds? Oh, Grace, you just hit a sore point with me, baby. Tell you what, hypnosis. You just went there. I will tell you, I will scream at you. Get away, run. Hypnosis is a dangerous game because at that point, when you have allowed yourself to be put in a hypnotic position, you are suggestible. Anything that goes on around you, not just their voice, any mannerisms, any coughs, anything around, including if a siren goes by, anything, including a little noise that a cat makes outside the door, is going to be suggested into your subconscious and it becomes a trigger. So, I will tell you it's a dangerous game. Science has its places. I will tell you, Kakihara. Um, but there has to be belief. Um, so no, please, please, please don't do hypnosis. Don't get into hypnosis. Um, if you want to go that route, come look me up. I don't do hypnosis, but I do get you to work on a level that actually brings out what's going on. Okay? It's not hypnosis. It's not even trancing, but it works. Okay? I believe that people are able to move energy through their bodies. And I can prove that by simply saying electricity moves through you. So therefore, energy moves through you. So if energy moves through you, it can be stored in you. And therefore, if a traumatic event happens, can't that energy be stored in you and cause harm? That's what I go after. Because that energy has a memory behind it that's causing you harm. I'll go after that. And I work with people all the time on this. No, it was fine. She was fine, but I feel like I died in a fire and I just started to panic. I don't do hypnosis. I can't hang with that. Amanda, I dig that. Okay. Um, you have to be careful with hypnosis, and they didn't do it right. See, that's the problem is, um, hypnosis is you're very vulnerable, and the person who's doing the hypnosis usually can't control the situation. I haven't met a person who does hypnosis yet that can, because they would have to bring you into a padded room, very thickly padded. They would have to have no electronics in there, and they would have to be perfectly healthy with no cough or anything before it will work. That's how stringent you have to be with hypnosis. Okay? If you want to find me, go look up here, hold on. There. Follow my Facebook. Um just look up John Al. Go to my page and check in, shoot me a message. And once you shoot me a message, we'll talk for a minute. I'll figure out what you're looking for, and then I'll point you in a direction, even if it means don't talk to me. I'll find, I don't believe I know everything and I'm the end all be all. I will find what will help you if I know. And if I don't know, I probably know someone who does know. Okay? So let's do that, all right? Um, life is good, and I want to help. Why don't we go on to another story and enjoy another laugh? Package thief makes off with box of cat poop. A California woman fed up with package thieves captured footage of a man stealing a box of cat poop from her front porch. Stephanie Igoa said the security camera on the front porch of her Fresno home has repeatedly captured so-called porch pirates. I don't like the fact they gave them a name. That's actually giving them something to be happy about. Thieving from her front porch, including one man who made at least 2 visits while wearing a mask. Agoa said she posted footage of the thieves online and received some enticing advice. Why don't you put cat poop in there? And I'm just like, haha. But then I started thinking about it and I'm just like, why not? That's a good idea, she said. And so she said, didn't take long for someone to take the bait. I was kind of scared they were going to open it like, ooh, it's cat poop and throw it all over my door or something. Anyway, I looked at the camera and nope, he didn't. He just got it and he was super dope, excited about it. He had his backpack and he just stuck it in his backpack and was like, yeah, that's what I want to do, buddy. Gora said she's planning to put out a second box of poop using tea bags to mask the smell. Oh my. Yeah, you know what, Jake? I seen that glitter spreader. If you don't know, there's a guy who had he's an engineer and he had too much time on his hand. Funny as heck. I think it's on YouTube. Um, I mean, if you look it up, it's funny. It's a box that he has glitter that spins in a centrifuge and shoots out, so it covers everything. And then at the same time, it has this little thing that whirls around and hits a spray that smells like crap every 5 seconds. So it just keeps doing that, and you can't shut it down. And it has a tracker on it, so he can go back and get that box, retrieve it. Because most people, the minute it goes off and it starts stinking and they got glitter everywhere, they just throw it out. And he has actually shown this, and he where he it's happened many times, and he's gone and retrieved the box constantly. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's cool that people are out thieving on people's porches. Um, it's not a funny situation, if you ask me. I think it's a sad situation. It's a sad take on society that it's okay that they no longer assign police to these things. They just say, well, okay, well, buy insurance. The only time they really do anything is if they see a pattern, which, or if they, they, they've got too many things to do anymore. People just don't seem to have peer pressure anymore. Used to be there was enough peer pressure to keep people from stopping to do this. And what would you think? um, okay, Boomer. I'm going to do this one more time. This is me. All you have to do is click on my name right there that I just put in the room, and you can follow me. Ship, if you get a chance in the Facebook live chat, if you could put a link there also. Okay, guys, don't hesitate. Again, look me up, shoot me a message. I check my stuff at least once a day, and I get back to people. Okay. Um, but yeah, that whole glitter thing. Okay, here, Holly, I have a friend that did hypnosis to quit smoking cigarettes. It worked. She hasn't smoked since. I have to admit, it's tempting. Okay, Holly, little hint. With hypnosis, it's a give and take. You have they will get you to stop smoking, but then you have to have a substitute. A friend of mine went through it before he met me, and he said the substitute was when he felt the need to smoke, he would start tapping his wrist, or he'd have a rubber band and he'd pull on it. That's it's a switch off where you switch behavior. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I show up if you're looking for me. And like I said, I just put in my John Allen one of the rooms and ships around. So he's put it in other rooms. I'm around. And here's another thing you can do. Um, Google healing, HEALING, the human, and the being.com. That's my website. And it has a contact page where you can actually email me. And I do answer my email every day. Um, so possibly, if you want to talk to me, my friends. Yeah, Ship just put it in for me again. Thank you, bud. Don't hesitate. And you know, if you're smoking, if you sit there and say, "Can you help me stop smoking?" Yes, but it takes more of an effort than just going through one thing. Because smoking is usually a behavior that you brought in because of something, and we have to fish out what that was. And it's not going to be through hypnosis, I can tell you that. I love your questions. Thank you so much, everybody, for asking me stuff. I love the conversations. So, and yeah, so don't hesitate, man. Talk to me. I love it. This 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 is what we're about. This is WTF Nation at its finest. We interact. Don't hesitate to talk to me, my friends. I'm here for you. You here for me. Because what makes me feel good is when I can get a smile on your face. And if you're having a bad day, that can take some work. Go to my Facebook page. Tell you what, there's a lot of cute stuff on there. And you may say, cute? It's hard not to smile when you see a little kitten purr. My favorite one, and I'd have to go look it up again. This little tiny itty bitty kitten is in someone's front bib overalls, and the camera comes, and the kitten goes like this, and it had just eats. It's a bottle fed baby, so it actually had some milk around its mouth. It just pulls down and yawns, and then lets go and goes back down into the pocket. Cutest damn thing I've ever seen. I sometimes show up with otters on there. I look for stuff that you can be sitting waiting on an appointment for an appointment. Go to my page and go, oh, cool. I just got you to smile for a couple seconds. Ha. But that's all I want, because that will change your day. So remember that. I love watching the conversations. Y'all are fun. Keep the conversations rolling in the room. Let's do a story. Uh oh geez, I don't know. Here's an interesting one. Um you could drink this man's frostbitten amputated toe in a cocktail. After losing 3 toes to frostbite, a recent participant in one of the coldest long distance races on Earth reached a toe tally bizarre decision for what to do with the detached digits. This happened last year. I brought it up because to me it's kind of interesting. During the race, which took place in February, and this was last year, in the Canadian Yukon, British competitor Nick Griffiths suffered frostbite so severe that 3 of his toes had to be amputated. Rather than simply disposing of the toes, he decided to donate them to a remote Canadian bar for use in a signature drink known as the sour toe cocktail, which famously includes a dehydrated human toe. Really? It all began with Griffith entering the 300-mile division of the Yukon Arctic Ultra, punishing race across frozen wilderness that takes place along the Yukon Quest Trail. Participants race on foot, sleds, and mountain bikes, and, and temperatures can drop below minus 58 degrees. Think about that. After 30 hours on the trail, with temperatures measured of below minus 40, Griffiths dropped out with evidence of frostbite on several extremities, but the damage was most severe in his left foot. Griffith got the idea to donate his toe while recuperating in a Canadian hospital when a nurse showed him video footage of her quaffing a drink containing a preserved human toe, served at a bar called the Sourdough Saloon in the Yukon Territory. Griffiths told the Star, after hearing her story, he decided to contact the bar with the offer of 3 newly detached digits, which they were pleased to accept and did. I just thought this was interesting. I mean, I think I've drank a lot here and there, but I mean, yeah, you're right. The tequila worm, right? But man, a toe. I mean, yeah, okay, it's alcohol, it's clean, but oh, jeez. Things people do. You just never know anymore. But hey, people drink a worm out of tequila. I mean, you got to hand it to some people. It's different, and it's something to talk about, I guess. So, anyway, here's an interesting thought. Has anybody drank anything more interesting than a tequila worm? Think about it. If you have, say it. Great. Oh, my friends. Uh, let's see. What would be fun to talk about? Oh, here's a fun one since we are uh, on New Year's Day. Reason why people kiss on New Year's Eve. Strange origins behind the tradition. Kissing someone at the stroke of midnight can be traced back to ancient cultures and superstitions. When the clock strikes midnight, this or last night, many of us will be reaching for a loved one to give them a kiss. Although it's a nice way to ring in the new year, the tradition has origins rooted in ancient cultures and superstition. According to German and English folklore, the first person you encounter in the new year determines whether you have good or bad fortune in your year ahead. So kissing your partner at the stroke of midnight is meant to indicate that your relation will be stronger throughout 2019. But if you're too busy at the bar when the clock chimes, then this could jinx your love life for the next 364 days. This obviously isn't true, but it can be a fun superstition. The tradition has also been traced back to Romans, which would induce a booze fueled party for the pagan celebration Saturnalia towards the end of December. The debauched festivities involved costumes, lavish feasts, and group sex, according to legend. So some believe that giving someone a smooch at the stroke of midnight is a tamer version of their ancient tradition. The kissing at midnight was also tradition during the Renaissance when masquerade balls were popular across Europe. At midnight, people would remove their masks and kisses were a way of purifying each other from evil. It was a way of starting the new year with a clean slate, according to Joanne Wan, author of Kisstory, a sweet and sexy look at the history of kissing. During Hogmania, the Scottish New Year celebration, it is tradition to kiss to a to give a kiss to everyone in the room, not just the one person. The idea is to connect friends and strangers. That's pretty cool. The one thing I've learned over much time is that everything has an origin. I actually have a book, 2 or 3 books on just superstitions. Like what is the origins of bless you? And it was a specific king back during one of the plagues where if people coughed, they had the plague. And it used to be said that if the king said bless you, that you would live through it. So something, I mean, everything has an origin somewhere. And superstitions always have some form of origin. So it's kind of interesting. And something to think about. Where did the origins of the kiss come from? Did any of y'all kiss anybody on New Year's Eve? Who knows? And if you didn't, don't put too much into it because you make your choice. Excuse me. If anybody can back that up, it's me. Yes, I'm coughing, but again, that's allergies. Um, I made the choice to get better. I made the choice to live. Doctors were telling me I wasn't gonna. So I made the choice. And I did. That makes all the difference in this world, is what you make the choice to do. Cause I love it. That's back when Al was a kiddo. I love it. you know, I think that's a funny part about me being on this station. I am one of the older people here on the station. And I guess I'm kind of mellow. And I guess I'm mellow because I made choices. I mean, I am ADHD. I am hyperactive, but I choose to be mellow. I choose to smile. I choose to look for things that make me happy. I choose, I mean, I'll be honest. When I come on air, I used to shake. Literally. I couldn't type, okay? I would have to sit there and go like this, and I'd still miss the keys. Then I made the decision. I love y'all. You're fun to talk to. And I decided I wanted to hold conversations. So that's what I'm doing. And that makes it more fun. I love conversations. So we talk. I'll bring up stories to keep you chuckling, something for you to talk about. And I'll talk about some of the stuff I know. And hopefully it's something you want to hear. And that's what matters. Y'all get to see my ugly mug for 2 hours. Hey. you know, I want to make your day, and hopefully you'll make my day. We always have a choice. I make the choice to be mellow. I make the choice to converse with y'all. I make the choice to talk about some of the stuff I know that may help you. And I hope it does. And again, look me up. Maybe I can find something. And like I said, if I don't have it, there's a chance I may know someone that does. And we'll figure it out together. And that's the important part. We'll figure this out together. You all are invited to come and talk to me. And I've got little plans rolling in my head that if enough of you come around, maybe we'll start just talking together and make it something that we all learn from. And it's not away from WTF. WTF is here for everybody also. But they brought me in because I'm alternative, because the VA now has a mandate to get away from them damn pain meds, the opiates, the shit that kills you, the shit that gets you addicted. Mask the pain, but don't get rid of it. Okay? I don't believe in that. I've been in a crap load of pain. And I'm saying that right now. Like I said, 1 hour a night is all I was able to accomplish for a long ass time. Okay? Not no more. I sleep and I heal in my sleep. And that's because I made a choice to think outside of the VA. And that's the reason I'm here. They wanted me here because I'm going to be introducing people. We're going to start out with some basic stuff. And we're going to move into the more interesting stuff. And I'm going to try to help you understand, one, how to know when someone's bullshitting you, and how to know when they're real. And what's right, what are the guidelines, what will work for what. And I know this stuff. Why? Experience, man. I searched experience. And I'm not done. I still have some stuff I'm going to go through. And I'm going to bring you all with me if you want me to. It's always going to be up to you guys. You know, I try to put a smile on everybody's face from my page, and I talk about cats, so I thought it was only right. It's not that I hate dogs, because I don't. I love all animals. Dog loving pub owner sacrifices spare room to create ultimate pooch's playroom. uh, Dog friendly landlord Gavin Sinclair has created a pub for pugs, a boozer for schnauzers, a place where you can sup with your pup. He has turned a spare room into a pooch's playroom with tunnels, ball pool, agility beams, squeaky toys, and even a chill out area with cushions, blankets, and beds. With help from barman and pet photographer Paul McGinnis, Gavin created the Temple of the Derg at the Central Bar in Gashead. Gavin 41 said, I was out with my partner Marcia, and our dog in another pub and saw a load of dogs under tables looking bored. If you think about that I can see that. I've been stationed over in Europe. Marcia said, it's a shame they don't have a play area like they do for kids. We have spare rooms above the bar and converted one into a dedicated dog zone. We allow a minimum or maximum of 10 dogs in there. It's not a daycare service. Owners supervise them and clean up any accidents as they get a bit excited. Rules are written on a blackboard outside, and each owner signs to say they will take care of their own pet once inside. Coming soon at the pub on the edge of Tyne Bridge is a doggies menu, training classes for pets. Marcia, 39, who adopted Romanian street dog Cookie 2 years ago, said, it's so lovely seeing them play, and Cookie absolutely loves that he can meet so many different dogs. A Kennel Club's study found 79% of landlords thought pub atmosphere improved if dogs were welcome. Interesting. you know, I agree taking care of animals is pretty cool. And dogs, I have cats, but again, I'm not a dog hater. Dogs, the difference is dogs have to, they need attention. They will actually die if they don't get attention. They get depressed. They need that. And so it's cool that places are thinking of owners and their animals. Um, I think that's a special way of going about life. Um, oh, in one of the chats, they're talking about small steps. And yes, I saw, um, y'all remember the VA, they only are allowed to do what federal government allows them to do. And federal government has a formulary they only allow, and they're only allowed to do what the medical association allows them as far as treatment. Even though they're now allowed to refer you out to alternatives, you actually have to go to usually the pain management clinic to get that referral. So just something to think about. And I'm going to be bringing stuff in. Like I said, I hope to have someone here in 2 weeks to talk about one of the basic things that are out there. And then we'll see from there. Minx is supposed to be back sometime at the end of January, first part of February. And at that point, I may have to switch things over to Cause if Cause wouldn't mind that. Or who knows? We'll see what happens. I don't count on anything. I can only say I'm here for y'all. It's getting to that time. We're almost at the top of the hour, and I feel it a necessity to go ahead and go through house cleaning. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, my butt's getting sore. All right. Show lineups. Today is Tied Up Tuesday. Normally, Minx is the one who mans this, but for now, it's me. She will be back at the end of January, first part of February. Wednesday is normally our day off, or what I like to call our meditation day. Thursday is Sergeant's Time with Ice and Spanky. Friday is right now day off. Again, Minx is when she gets back should be manning the ship for that. Saturday is now called Tinfoil Times with Jay Reddy and Pookie, where they truly try to delve into the conspiracies. And then you get Sundays with Kicking It with Cause. Cause runs a tight ship. He brings me in as his co-host, and we talk about all sorts of stuff. And then we get back to Monday with the Monday edition with Ice and Flash. And then we come back to Tuesday. Here we are. If you don't know, we do have friends. Part of WTF Nation is Grunt Gaming Network, where KJ and Hodor go and slay dragons and kick butt on the gaming network. Go to their page and find out how to get in and watch and maybe even play some games with them. And then we have our affiliated partners of or broadcasting partners, the Veterans Report. Veterans Report is an actual news station based out of, and I have it wrote down. It's a terrestrial station, been around since 2017. It is in Pittsburgh region, and it is actually can be found in Pittsburgh area on Saturdays where they do the Veterans Report. And then we have the War Horses for Veterans, which is in Kansas City, Missouri. Um, War Horses War Horses for Veterans is a nonprofit where if you have the need to get away and to look for some quiet and some therapy, you can go there. Um, they pay for everything. They pay for your transportation. They pay for your hotel. They pay for your food. And it's a weekend long where they bring you in with other people of like mind, meaning military. And what they do during that time is uh, get give you a chance to talk, give you a chance to ride a horse. And if you don't want to ride the horse, you can just sit there and be a part of what's going on. Um, it's all good, and they're very good, lovable, likable people. They believe in being there for y'all, And from what I hear, you don't have to worry about food. You will go away stuffed, happy, and a little bit calm. Those are our partners, and that's our show. Please, everybody, like, love, follow us on WTF Nation Radio and on the main page and on WTF Nation Moments. And go check out Grunt Gaming Network and be a part of the family that you gave your life for. From there, my words for the day are going to be simple: love, live, and learn. Find your calm and let your calm find you. Good evening, folks. Love y'all. See you next Tuesday. Shots.
Part you're just doing the same thing. A part of a machine with the ball and a chain. You try to be happy, yet all you feel is pain. It's a shame to use your brain and know that some will never change. But if insanity's the game, then you can take my hand and play. Life has a rhythm that I ride to, and you can come along if you would like to. And I can show you what it's like to walk in my shoes, to learn how to love just like I do. Look me in the eye and you will find truth. I'm testifying to the line in my mic booth. And you're hating on me cause I ain't like you. I ain't like you.
Yeah, let's go and roll it up, blow it all away. No sense in growing up. We laugh like kids all day, and there's nothing you can say that will ever make us change. No, we're never gonna change. Yo, my life is like a movie that nobody's producing. I write the music, but nobody is moving, cause don't nobody care, and everyone's confused till the characters change and never reaching a conclusion. And I don't know if I'll make it to the end, cause all I know is after we begin, the wind shifts us in many different directions, like the pen lifts up off the paper, disconnected from anything we can feel, hear, and see. And the words that I write mean something more than just to me. It's amazing that we've all grown accustomed to change, cause we can rearrange a pattern that's always been ingrained. They want us to grow up and stop acting how we want, but if you tell me I can't do something, I'll make sure it gets done. Yeah, let's go and roll it up, blow it all away. No sense in growing